Welcome back to this channel, guys. Etienne here, and today we're gonna talk about one. You wanna say something in camera? Today we're talking about the 35mm. If you're gonna ask me, don't bring your camera back and just bring one single lens with you. This little boy here, it's 100% the one that is coming with me attached to my camera. Every time that we buy a camera or lenses, it depends on what are our needs, what you're shooting, if you're a landscape photographer, if you're a portrait. But this one, Jesus, this one is perfect almost for everything. Reasons why I choose this lens compared to all the other one. Well, it's super cinematic, no matter what, but it always looked like a Hollywood movie. 35mm is not too wide as lens, as a focal length, but it's still wide enough to capture what's around. And it's always like a very good focal length for cinematic scene. Well, let's talk about like how it looks like. Well, it's a mix of metal and plastic, external is plastic, and because it's a RF lens, we have this customized ring here, which it can be your aperture, can be your focus, can be whatever. It can even be your shutter speed on inside the EOS R or R5 or R6, RP, all the other Rs. Basically, you can personalize this ring right here, and also this sounds very good. Listen. I love it. I love those details. In the back, it's pure metal, and as you can see, how big is the aperture? This is a 1.8 lens. That means that it's very good for low light. Very, very good. Like a 1.8, you can basically see in the dark. Compared to the zoom lenses, like prime lens, it's always faster. Not always, but like, you know, most of the time, it's always 1.4, 1.2, 1.8 compared to the zoom lens where they usually stop at f4. And I personally use this lens for a lot of stuff. This lens is very good for food photography and food video, especially for those kind of super epic video food like Daniel Schiffer. Another reason why it's very good for video especially is because it has a stabilizer. If we put the stabilization of this lens plus the stabilization that is not built-in camera but is digital on the EOS R, nothing is moving. It's like very good for handheld. Anyway, this lens is sharp as hell. This lens is amazing. Probably the first thing that I noticed when I got this lens, I attached to the camera. I remember I got this lens in Shanghai and I touched this to the camera and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so sharp. It's very crispy. And also because it's f1.8, it has a very beautiful and sweet bokeh. And it's like, even if it's wide, that's why I like it. That's why I think it's very cinematic, this lens. Even if my subject is like in a medium distance, I always can see the bokeh behind. It's very good. It has this like very sweet, creamy background all the time. A very cool feature that this lens has, it's a macro lens. And that's also why I prefer this lens compared to the other lenses. It's very important for me because every time that I shoot like pictures or video of food, I always need to get the macro shot. And it's very annoying all the time to, you know, like switch the lens and get the 100mm macro and then switch into another lens again. So it's like, that's why I think this is very versatile. And also in macro, this is a beast. And also it has like, when you shoot in macro, it has a little bit of distortion because like it's a 35mm, so it's like still a wide angle lens. And to solve the problem, I basically shoot in 4K. Or in with a 1.6 image cropping. Also, because it's a RF lens, that means that for EOS R lenses, we don't need the adapter, which is very good. Price is impressive because it's not even like an expensive lens. I think it's around 500 and 450 pounds, I think $500 pretty much. And it's a very good price for a lens. Try to look up now how much is a RF lens right now, like a like a 15-35 millimeter. It's a very good price for the quality that this thing has. So like, if I have to suggest my friends now, what lens should I buy? Well, this is the answer. Well guys, this is it for today's video and I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and see you into the next video.